Hello, it's Cruising with Phil. My name is Phil the Cruz. I'm here with my next guest, Miss
Taiba.
Ahmed.
Yes.
Can I shake your hand?
I personally am.
Okay, respect. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming for the interview. It's great. Yeah. So how's it going?
I'm fine. I've been out canvassing for pretty much the whole day. It's pretty nice weather. I feel like I've been rained on, which is great, but at least it's better than a heat wave.
I know. We met where first time we met was the council meeting, right?
Way before that.
First,
I feel like the first time I saw
it was
you,
Thompson's Town Hall.
I think that might have been the first time we've talked, but the first time I think I saw you as with Michael Cato's town hall.
Really?
The first time I saw you was
Way
there.
back?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Because I feel like, I've been interacting with the community a little earlier than
Yeah, Michael Cato's a liberal guy, right?
Yeah.
That's when you saw him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was just visiting, just trying to support him all. Yeah. Yeah, wow. I haven't been in any stuff for a long time.
Yeah, I've been watching everybody too. I'm just
Oh,
there.
you're a watcher.
I'm a watcher. I observe, I listen.
So, tell me why you're running for council. What ward are you running?
I'm running for Scarborough Center,
Yep.
so Ward 21.
21? Okay. And why are you running?
I feel like it started out because I was very frustrated, and I feel like frustration is something that everybody holds collectively. But I remember the first day I decided that things need to change. Is I'm standing in front of St. George Station, looking at the sky, and I'm like, I'm tired. This can't happen. And that was actually I think 6 months after my younger brother had gone missing.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah. Well,
How young?
16.
Okay.
He had gone missing, and it's a trend that's coming a lot more common. But I'll continue on, tell you a little bit more context when we continue the interview.
Sure. Yeah.
But he had gone missing. My family, there was a lot of frustration, anxiety. I'm the oldest child in my family.
How many kids do you have?
We're 5 in total.
Wow.
So 4, including me, would say.
You're the oldest?
Yeah, I'm the oldest. Yeah, I'm the oldest and the first child to go to university.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I feel like after that, I just realized there's issues and levels of governments aren't looking at it. And I feel like it started from the missing youth component. And I'm like, there's missing kids. Why is it that the city hasn't addressed it? Why is it that the province hasn't addressed
You're
it?
talking Toronto or whole Scarborough or what?
Ontario, all over Canada. These kids go missing and then they end up in places that you wouldn't expect. And I feel like I think I can help fix that or help solve that slowly at the municipal level. Because the youth, we've always known young people need communities to grow. And we've had that disconnect for quite a while.
You said where are you taking university?
I actually specialize in political science at University of Toronto Scarborough.
Okay. So what does that say? What do you want to be? So it's counseling.
Yeah. So obviously when it comes to getting a degree, there's certain levels. You can take a minor, major, and specialist. I specialized because I didn't know what a major and minor was. I was 18 years old. I didn't have a support, my parents never went to university, they didn't understand that, so I had to navigate everything myself. So the reason why I specialized is because I thought that was the only option, but I feel like that was the best option for me because unlike specializing in one route, let's say you could go in law purely or you can go to environmental policy, I focus very broadly. I focus on policy, I focus on constitutional law, indigenous relations, as well as electoral boundaries. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert in any of these fields. Don't quote me on that. I'm saying that I have an understanding of it, and I feel like that understanding itself helps me make decisions a lot more effectively.
Before we move on, let me just plug the restaurant here.
Okay.
I wrote it down, Mr. Zafran.
Yeah, Zafran.
Zafran.
Yeah.
And the owner is Mohammed. He graciously allowed us to do this. Let's say thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Mohammed.
and their address is 2883 Lawrence Avenue East. You go east on Lawrence, just after building on the south side, and the rest plaza with all Indian grocery stores and restaurants. They're right there. And the hours 12 to 12 weekdays and 12 to 2 a.m. on weekends. So thank you so much, sir, for letting us do this. Just want to plug it. Gotta support our local stuff, right?
Yeah, we always gotta support local.
And the food looks good. I'm gonna have some biryani after I'm done. I'm starving. I've been eating all day. I still want to eat.
This will probably be my lunch.
Oh, really?
I've been out. I'm on I think half a liter of chocolate milk and some fruit.
I think when you do an Indian restaurant, you sold me food talking. So I'm
it's
trying
great.
to hurry the conversation.
It's
Get on with it.
It's a great motivation.
It is, yeah,
Go
it
walk
looks
in.
good. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it looks good, yeah. And he's been here just over a year now. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. We actually, me and Zia, we found out about the special. We were just walking back from an event,
Mhm.
and we just were like, oh, we gotta eat food.
Yeah.
But we happened to find this, and we're just like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's lovely. Because
Good.
I wasn't feeling Chinese, and I was like, listen.
So if you come here, please buy the chicken biryani. One
Mhm.
for you, one for me. You can never have enough chicken biryani.
Yeah.
Good.
100%.
So let's go back to your background. So you're 5 kids,
5 kids.
and your mom and dad are working class.
So my dad is working class, I would say. My mom is a home wife.
Okay.
My mom is a housewife, I would say, and that's what she's been pretty much her whole life. But because of the rise of affordability, she's really like pushed out her comfort zone to like try working a job, but she wasn't able to find it. Like finding a job as a young person is difficult, but as somebody who hasn't worked for a long time, it's extremely difficult.
And did you find a job, Mom?
I don't know. Like she's just been looking around. My dad's a truck driver, so he's usually not in the city anyways,
Oh,
so
wow.
it's quite difficult. So it's usually me, my mom, and helping with my siblings, and that's pretty much how my life goes.
What are the age differences?
Okay, so I am 22 currently, and
Oh, you mean ask your age?
no, I'm just trying to say I'm
I
22.
hope that's a woman age.
No, it's okay. I'm 22, and the youngest is like 8.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, what the, yeah, like me and my brother are 7 years apart.
Yes, and then there are 3 kids in between, 16, 18, and then 13.
You all get along, you know?
I feel like we do, 100%, because I feel like I'm more maternal to them. They look at me like their
Mother,
parent.
like another brother?
More like a father.
Like a father, really?
I was raised to be like more masculine as a young person because my dad he's like a woman needs to be strong, especially in
Oh,
this
that's
day and
nice.
age. So that's
That's
something that he's always pushed me
So
for.
that kind of like, you know, putting on you made you even much
Yeah.
a strong person, right? Yeah, you have a strong
At
personality.
first he was hesitant because he was like, not because like I can't do it, but he's like, oh, what about safety? Because it's always the thing about when any person who has a different identity
Mm-hmm.
comes into light, it's always a concern for safety, and that's their parents. They're always going to worry
Right.
about
Yeah,
that.
that's good. Wow,
Mhm.
wow, that's good. So, family oriented, you know?
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
I love my family, and one thing I really want to do is find support systems to support young people, and especially because like, even though like I myself am not a mother, I've helped raise my younger siblings, and I see what issues parents go through and what concerns there are. Because I deal with my siblings and say parent-teacher meetings, I will be there. If there's an event, like I went to my younger brother's winter concert, and he's in French immersion, by the way.
Oh, nice.
And I was just listening to French songs, and I did not know anything about it. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
okay.
oh, they're going with snowmans. That's great. They're probably talking about Frosty the Snowman, maybe. You never know. But, you know, that's a perk. My younger brother goes to French immersion, whereas the rest don't.
Okay. So when you told your mom and dad you're going to run for council, what did they say? How did they feel about that?
They're like, what is that? A lot of people don't know what that is.
Really?
They're just like,
Oh, you mean like the position of counselor?
yeah, they don't know what city government is. They know the city of Toronto. They know city of like what's
Did
the
you
name?
explain to them what wards are too and all
Yes,
that?
I'd be like, because everybody knows the concept of riding,
Yeah.
but no one really knows the concept of wards.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
So
something
what
that
you explained to them, did they
Yeah.
understand more?
they understood it, but it was always the concept of safety. I feel like until now, more recently, where everything's got a little bit more heated,
Yeah.
they realized that I'm not really stepping down, and it's better to support me than be like against me for safety reasons.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, they're
Yeah.
sitting on.
Yeah.
So they feel okay now about you running?
They're parents.
Yeah.
Parents will always be worried.
Concerned about
Yeah,
you?
they'll always be worried.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So, let's go to your campaign here. There's a few things I want to discuss here.
Okay.
We've talked before many
Yeah,
times.
definitely.
You know? And you're at every event I go to now, you know?
I always love to yap and love to meet
I
people.
know,
It's just great.
I know. The last time we saw was the, who's it?
Yes, we went to the community block party, and congratulations, she's actually running for city council too.
You decided?
Yeah, he finalized his nomination, so good for him.
Which ward?
This ward,
You're kidding?
yes.
Oh, did he put it in? I saw the.
He put his name. He is.
He didn't update it yet. I checked
he's
on
a-
Friday. I didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
He's in this ward's opposition as well, so he is running against me.
He's your enemy.
No, I wouldn't say enemy.
I'm just
I feel
kidding.
like community change is to be done together, and that's something I've always wanted to foster.
Okay, that's good. So let's go to your campaign. Ready?
Let's go. We're talking
You
about
gotta
the campaign.
memorize?
Yes,
She
I
got-
have a
She
memorized.
got her notes
I
here,
got
so I
my-
said you can't be looking at
No.
notes. If I gotta memorize your campaign, you can't be looking at notes. I'm
There's
teasing
no
you.
no.
There's no notes, yeah.
No
Then why's your partner got the note thing over in the distance here? I'm just kidding. So, talk about your, okay, one thing we'll talk about is the, what's the term? The more police involvement with the community? You had a term for it, 3 words.
More police.
Police community, it's on your campaign there.
Oh well, it was on my website, but
Yeah.
when it comes to like my campaign, one thing that we want to really push for is that to solve crime, we don't want to it's not like arresting more people.
Yeah.
It's solving the structural issues at the core.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, let's increase the number of police officers that are walking outside. No. You got to increase the amount of programs that work together with the police to support the next generation and the current generation that is skewed.
You saw, what's the name? You said the blocker we had?
Yeah.
All the police doing barbecuing and all that
Yes,
stuff.
that's something that I
That was
really
something,
I
and
agree
I'm
with.
surprised that's such sport, and I like to see that. I haven't seen it in a long time, you know?
Yeah.
And I think they should be more police involved with the colleges and schools and all that. Not policing, like more like humanoid.
Yeah, more like actually having a relationship. That's something I want to develop. I'm really big on relationship building. So even though like people would argue that my social media presence is not there yet, of course it's not.
Of course, you're gonna get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there eventually,
You'll
right?
get that
But one thing I'm doing behind the scenes is actually building relationships.
Yeah.
Not relationships like, oh, hear me out, I need something from you, you give me something. It's more like, oh, hi, how you doing? How are the kids?
That's good.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to actually be a community.
Talk about housing. That's one of your big things.
Yeah, housing. Tell me about it. I'm paying for rent, guys.
Yeah.
It's expensive,
It is.
and that's something that we've been hearing consistently. I finished canvassing. People are like, it's unaffordable. Like grocery prices are unaffordable. What can we do? And recently, it's like in respect to like my platform that will be released eventually, but
Oh, I saw those coming soon. Dude.
it is coming soon. Yes. The thing is that we want to make sure, like, solutions, not slogans, right?
Yeah.
We want to find issues and we want to find concrete solutions and act like we want to find revenue streams that are actually effective and not taking away extremely from like tax dollars.
Do you have any ideas when you want to express before you put that coming soon before? Or what?
Oh, well, there is some aspects. There's like some information about what direction we're going towards.
Can you give us one?
About housing.
Yeah, what you want to do?
I'm 100% for cooperative housing. That counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I really want to solve is the missing middle that we've seen that Scarborough Center. I don't know. Were you at the data center event? You were at the data center.
Yes. Yeah.
One of the
that's right,
ladies mentioned how
I take
we
that,
are
yeah.
not a complete. We're not a complete community.
Yeah. No, we're not.
We're not, and I want to make sure we bridge that gap. Of course, I can't fix it. Like, I'm not going to put a bandage on it and expect it to cure itself or heal itself.
Yeah.
I want to help work towards that eventual goal that we'll have a community, and that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And one way to do that is increase cooperative housing, because we have the models, we have the structure. It's just more like actually applying it.
Yeah.
And one way to do that is actually like putting in council. Be like, guys, we need to talk about this. We can't really just put it on the side and expect it to just disappear. But that's something that's gonna be discussed over time.
We're at the data center conference.
Yeah.
What always gets me mad is the amount of time they talk and little time for questions, right?
It's
That
always
needs- that needs
quick.
to change. You know, when
Yeah.
they read, like when they read the whole itinerary, we
Yeah.
can read it ourselves on the internet. We
Mhm.
can read our homework. We don't get taught that.
Yeah.
This is Q&A, and
Yeah.
that's the frustration. that people
What I
have.
like, actually, I don't know if you remember, it was one of Michael Coteau, member of parliament. He had one town hall where all it did was people
Yes.
question.
Yeah, that's
All
I
it
did.
was is questions,
Yeah, I
and I
remember
like that model.
Yeah, that's what you should have.
Yeah, yeah.
seriously.
And one thing I learned, I mentioned briefly between our private conversations, is how I spent some time in Neoshiniming, where I learned from.
Tell the camera what that means.
Oh, so Neoshiniming is a town in rural Ontario up north. It's I think around 5 hours away from us. It's beautiful. If anybody is interested, you should go. It is beautiful, but there is like one thing to be mindful of. It is under treaty line, and it's always important to acknowledge and respect that. But basically, when I went there, it was with a class, so land-based learning. Unfortunately, that course will not continue because it's too expensive, and it was through the instructor's own money that we were able to afford
really?
going there. Yes,
Yeah.
the instructors fundraised money and paid for it out of pocket to make sure 12
So
students
it's
could go.
it's indigenous training, right?
It's land-based learning, yes.
So we recognize the land that we occupy as tenants,
Yes.
but we won't educate why we're doing it. Right? I mean, like you're saying about the lack of, if you have the pocket for indigenous training.
Yes, the
Yeah.
school. The school.
Well, even when I went to school,
Mhm.
you only learn about native or indigenous people and what they fought for, and
Yeah.
how they fought with us. Like the war, you know about the war we 12?
Yes, or that's one of the biggest wars. Like
Yeah, war, yeah,
yeah.
war 12. They fought, they formed their own group to fight to be.
Yeah, it was like the
Yeah.
5 years war, wasn't it?
Yeah, less than 4 years, 4.5 years, yeah.
Yeah, apparently it lasted longer than 4 years though, because it was
1812 and 1815
But
at the
that's
end
what
of it, yeah.
they.
But they,
Mhm.
but they didn't. They get the recognition. That they recognize.
Yeah.
They even said in their
Yeah.
diaries, they said we're not gonna get recognized. We're gonna fight no matter what.
Yeah.
That's,
But in respect, I want to digress back to like information building. So basically, one thing we used to do every morning, 9 a.m. That's what the camp. Like Natasha, she was actually a candidate up in that area for, remember, like she was running for the federal election. She was with the Green Party. I'm non-partisan, so I associate with everybody because I'm just trying to learn and observe, and that I feel like better representation is done by actually listening than ignoring. And one thing Natasha would do every morning is that she would tell us, like, it's time to wake up at 9 a.m. You guys better have your breakfast because we're gonna leave at 9:30. And what we'd have before that, when everybody's done their breakfast, we would be in a circle. And we'd be in a circle, and the first thing she would do is that introduce yourself again and tell you what you did yesterday, what you liked about it, and what you learned. And that we would go around in a circle. This way, each of us, even though we talked with each other, we communicated, we each learned something about each other that we didn't know before. And I feel like that model of information and connecting is so much more intimate in a community setting than I've ever experienced. And honestly, if we can, like, in respect and in like collaboration and communication with First Nations peoples, I would love to bring that into actual community settings.
Do we have a Warrior People Memorial?
Where?
Ah, I gotcha. You go up on Bathurst from the Fort York, go straight up Bathurst.
Yeah.
There's a park there.
Oh.
And there's a plaque there dedicated to the all black unit.
Okay.
And where we go. It's
Huh.
not even on the tour when you go to the Fort York property or the Fort York. The
I've
old
never
fort.
been there.
You never been to the old Fort
Actually,
York?
no, I've been to Fort York because I was trying to get into the reserves.
Yeah, I was there. I was in the
Yeah.
4 year reserves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 years. I did something like commune.
It's so hard to get there though. There's only like one subway cart, that
I
one
used to
cart that
take
goes
the
there.
Finch bus from
Yeah.
Farmers to Medico, down to Finch subway, down to Bathurst, over to Bathurst, take the streetcar down, an hour and a half.
Like, it's so hard.
An hour and a half every day for 5 years. Back and forth, every day.
Thank you for your service.
No, thank you.
Thank you for your service.
I haven't had better service with cell phone back then. No cell phone, no none of this right now, computers and all this. So yeah, 3 hours every day for every during the week, right? Yeah, you get used to it, right?
Yeah, eventually.
I was also the first one on the bus because that's pharmacy back then. It was the pharmacy was the last stop for Bridgeport. They turn around the bus.
Okay.
So I always see the bus come the distance. So I was the first one on, last one off at
Okay.
the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So it was interesting, yeah. But transportation.
You always learn something new, right?
Yeah. So the word, yeah. So if you get a chance to go to the old Fort Army,
Yeah.
and it's like tour. And just walk up Bathurst, up the hill there, over the bridge, over the highway, over there.
Yeah.
It's a little park. It's not even on their.
I'll bring my friends there. I think my younger
something to
brother would
see.
love that.
It's been neglected. It's like it's kind of run down, but you can still see the dates.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
the all. You hear about the all black unit? That.
I actually didn't know. That's the thing that, like,
yeah.
because I know that there was, like, obviously, like,
I
because of
forgot the fellow's name
segregation.
that started. He was a senior black man, and he went to start an all black unit for fighting for Canada because he came from the states and all that, and that's what they wanted to return to the country. Yeah, got to that information.
Did you know, in respect to, like,
Are you gonna throw something at me now? She does it all the time, right?
listen,
ahead.
if you do it, it's only fair I pull it back,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I've
Yeah.
been knowing you can't.
How about
pay.
the Bomb Girls Foundation?
Yes,
You know about
Did you
that?
see the movie? Or the series? Or the
No,
series?
I know Barbara Dixon.
Yeah.
I love Barbara. And
Yeah,
she's like,
yeah.
I met her at one of her events. I went to like parties with her. I think I was in second
Yeah,
year.
yeah. That's all
Yeah,
right.
and she was the one who taught me about how in Scarborough
Mhm.
we had basically an artillery manufacturing unit
Yeah.
that still exists, and they're trying to make it into a museum, which I really hope can go through because I feel like acknowledging everybody's efforts, especially when it comes to
Especially
like
women.
women's efforts. Because the amount of like stories I've heard about like, oh, you couldn't be pregnant when you work, but if you had no husband, how are you gonna make money with 5
Exactly, yeah,
kids?
yeah.
And the amount of like, I just feel like the
Well,
dedication.
even the war as well. The man and women
Yeah.
participate in the war that I already mentioned.
I feel like people deserve to be acknowledged for all the good things they have done, or like the respect and dedication they've given to our country.
Can you tell about the secret base on the Scarborough?
Is it secret base?
No, it's not secret anymore. No, it was during the training for spies, getting spies back then.
I did
I don't
not
think
know about that.
I'm not sure they can make a memorial or a museum or whatever. That'd be kind of difficult.
I didn't know there were spies in Scarborough.
You didn't know? Oh, they're everywhere. To this day, yeah. We have secret buildings. Well, not secret. They're just no-name brand, really.
Yeah.
It's where the sisters runs out of some of them. Sisters and the government. Yeah. Yeah, I used to train in some of them. I tell people, they tell me they don't tell me the
You're
story.
not supposed to tell
It's okay. I don't tell them they are. I used to, it was crazy. After a landscape company, we were cutting the grass, and it was actually one of the bills. I didn't say nothing. So my boss was like, "What's this bill? It's all like black glass. You can't see through. It's a government building."
Yeah.
What do you do? Well, I can't tell you,
But some of those buildings are actually just to like protect transformers,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they look like city lights.
Yeah,
So people
yeah.
are like, oh, it's a transformer. It's not.
Yeah. So let's go back to
Yeah, let's go back to the-
housing.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go on. Go to housing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And oh my god, we just skewed so much conversation. Well, let's go back to it. The one is I want to be in support of cooperative housing. That's
Yes,
one thing.
yeah.
The second thing is I want to make a distinguish between there's like good landlords and there's bad.
Well, you read my mind. You must be second.
Yes.
So I'm going to talk about student housing. The amount, the horror stories you've seen, you heard.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Like I know half the McDonald's employees, like these Scarborough, they're all from either England, India, Bangladesh,
Yeah.
or Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
6 of them live in the basement apartments, $600 each. Fire trap, 1 exit. You know.
It's
And I know they passed bylaws, but they haven't really implemented it. That's the
yeah.
problem.
And I feel like that has to be more effort from the council side. If the bylaw is passed, the way to enforce it is actually have the council on the head.
But they even said, I think you had last meeting said, I think it was the Thompson or Ainsley said they need a permit to go into that. They can't just go, we're gonna go check your house out and all that.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, they
We do need a
permit.
permit,
Yeah.
but
And that's
you can
that's
apply
funny.
for them and
Yeah.
push them out. You just need to actually do the work for it.
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
Yeah.
They put the like the unspoken emergency or whatever,
Mhm.
So yeah. So cooperative housing is a big thing. Like my dad worked for Ontario Housing all his
Mhm.
life
Yeah.
in Metro.
Yeah.
And I've seen it from my life. They're like, hey, your dad inspired you, my dad inspired me.
Oh, yeah.
Work here, yeah.
That's great.
And back then, he used to like be on call, go and open a house and rent a place up.
Mhm.
Now you can't do that anymore. Like the amount of depleted housing, well, neglect.
It's neglected
Like,
housing, and it's more like. So when I say bad landlords and good landlords, it's a huge distinction. It's like small scale landlords,
Yep.
large scale like developer management firms. That's what basically what we have at Lawrence and Midland. We have some of these apartments that are owned by management firms, and they're in a terrible they're in distress. Residents are just in distress. Like I've heard complaints about how it takes years, months for anything to go through. And then if you want it done earlier, you gotta pay for it out of pocket. But I know my rights.
Yeah.
Residents are like, I know my rights. I don't need to pay for this. This is the management.
Yeah.
It's management's responsibility, right? I pay for my rent. I expect for things to be done, but they're not done. They do this in a way to purposely drive out residents out so they can upscale like 40% basically. You can't there's a policy, I think it's like the renovictions.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't upcharge the renter or the tenant currently living there. Well, once they live, you can. But the next person that comes into that
Yeah.
in that residence,
Yeah.
you can put it market price,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and it's insane.
That's why they want to all the old tenants out. They're like
Yeah.
$1,300, $1,300, then it goes up to $20.99.
This wonderful Filipino lady. If you see this, you are the most wonderful lady.
You want to name her in, or?
I don't know. She was just talking about
Oh,
like
okay.
she like before leaving me, she did a prayer on me, and I was like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Like she was just like, I hope Jesus protects you and everything, and I'm like, that is actually so sweet. And she was talking about how these managers, they want us to leave because I've been here for 30 years and I'm only paying $1,300, and they want us to leave.
That's right. They
And
want
I'm
to
like-
raise it up. That's
And
the
in
thing.
my head, I'm like, this is insane. They're kicking seniors out.
Well, after the COVID, there was a rent control, right?
I know.
And we knew, like you said, once COVID is over, they're gonna. And the council should have kicked in and said we didn't need limits. There was no
Yeah.
limits. Like the guy downtown that had a condo raised by $500 a month, he had to get out of there. After being rented for some years, right?
It's just
But even
ridiculous.
stores, like you've seen Xavier's Home, right?
Yeah,
All these
the
stores.
commercial prices too.
Yeah, and they're just empty. They're empty buildings, right? They're
That's one more thing we've been working on our campaign because I've been actually going door to door to small businesses and restaurants like this one itself and getting contact with the owners and being like, I want to hear from you. What are you experiencing? Because I'm not going to be the person to be like, oh, the only way to fix an issue in a community is focus on one person or other. A community is made by multiple people.
Yeah.
It's not prioritizing tenants over landlords. It's working together with them. Hence the fact I distinguish between bad landlord actors and there's good
Yeah,
actors.
there are some really good landlords.
There are
Yeah,
landlords.
yeah,
Like my
yeah.
landlord here, like I like my parents' landlord, he's a sweet guy. But unfortunately his basement apartment was not a permit. So unfortunately my parents had to like switch out a little bit. Figure it out. But essentially like good landlords respect you guys. Honestly, like I wish there was more of you, but I feel like there's a dominance of seeing the housing as a business model, and we've had too much of it. Because if you expect people to be good, you expect people to have a roof over their heads. Like, come on, that's just bare minimum. And we don't have that. And that's something that I want to push in, like, actual enforcement. I want to make sure that bad landlords or bad actors are held accountable. And I will figure out.
Well, we talked about what happened on Dawes Road.
Dawes Road?
500 Dawes Road, the landlord party manager, she got jailed.
Oh yeah, and then she got out again, right?
They had 13 days, then she got charged. I think it's down to 1.5 million damages because of apparently. Now apparently the firefighters are kicked in for the investigation made for the charges, right? Yeah, I met the guy Ryan, Delman, in the worst campaign. He said the whole lunch and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like there needs to be more actions like that. Because there's a limitation of being lenient. Because of course we love economic development. Economic development in Toronto.
Baby crying.
It's okay. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She's just a girl. It's okay.
She wants to go outside, I think. Alright. So let's get to things that can happen. Students. Job searches. Yeah. Ridiculous.
You're really on the nose right there.
Yeah.
I'm a student.
Yeah, I know.
It took me 3 years to find my job.
Really?
And I work part-time for a small business. And the only reason why I work here is because I shop from them. I feel like the only reason why they hired me is because I bought from them when I was in high school. And I'd been a long-term customer.
It took you 2 years?
It took 3 years because finding a job is difficult for everybody. Regardless if you're a young person, you're a senior, you're in the middle. It's just difficult. And because one thing I've seen is that it's the lack of economic opportunities. Like you said, empty commercial spaces. Why are they empty? These are unaffordable rent prices.
Rent lower the rent?
Yes.
At least you get some money from the rent.
Exactly. But no, they don't. They're like standing. These commercial management firms, they're standing on ground. They're like, oh, someone can't afford this. It's okay. Someone else eventually will.
That's what they
A bigger business.
That's the attitude, right?
Yeah. Oh, like, oh, we'll fill it up with another shopper's cart.
And they're sitting there 6 months, 5 months, you know.
Because I'm in the ward. Well, I think it's the edge of the ward. There's a thrift store called Second. And they're an organization I work with closely. I love Beverly. She is one of the women that I feel like I really look up to her, no matter where she's from. And basically, a thrift store, what she told me is she's been thinking about closing that thrift store until later.
Really?
She can't afford the rent. It's $8,000 a month.
That's ridiculous.
And she's sometimes paying out of her pocket because the thrift store's goal isn't profit. It is to support the community. And that's their end goal. Sometimes they give things away because there's women and young people in the community that don't have it. And honestly, I respect her hustle. Like,
It's like fear every year, living like saying every year I'm gonna close down. Saying every year I'm gonna close down. Like
yeah,
fear, right?
it's fear. And like, she says that, but she knows she can't. Because like, she's also a senior. I respect her. Like, the community she's developed, like.
Did she get any support from GIA?
That's
another thing I want to discuss that.
No, wait, well,
that's my thing I want to discuss.
Yeah. So when it comes to the BIA, like, I don't have a stance at the moment, but one thing I want to do in my campaign and hopefully my,
Well, I'm going to mention it. Lawrence here. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Lawrence,
we have a BIA.
We do? Okay.
Yeah, we have a BIA.
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay.
Because the BIA, all these stores, all the way down, almost down Victoria Park, they're all different stores, right? Grocery stores. I talked to them during the last election. And this the BI comes in and when there's photo ops, they go to promote the higher businesses and all that, but then they promise they have an audience and then they're done.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like there's limited work done on the BIA, and I feel like there needs to be more of an effort. I want to actually report sorry about that. One thing I'm actually looking for, if anybody is interested, is somebody who is interested in developing their skills in economic development. Because of what I've mentioned again and again, we look at the issues and we find practical solutions that are actually applicable through actual research. So if there's any individual, old, young, who just wants to learn more about the community but also refine their skills, connect with our campaign and we'll see what we can do because we want to work together. Change happens together. It doesn't happen with it may start with one person, but it happens together.
You asked about the last Scarborough groups meetings, all the different groups they have. To the HB Scarborough groups, I showed you, but it's on the internet there. I recorded some of the Scarborough groups the last 2 years, like Party,
On your website?
Yeah, they have a list of all. It's funny, asked about Scarborough groups. They're all listed there. But they're all, I'll send it to you again.
Yeah,
but
thank you,
it's
thank you.
interesting that these groups finally came together. The son, son.
Yeah.
So he brought these groups together, the first son, mom, and then they worked together, but meeting officially,
Yeah.
representing each other in different groups in the round table. And it seemed like, I heard about you. I heard about your organization. Oh yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what
Because I know there's like one of my opposition percent here saying, I've actually known him for a lot longer than the campaign.
What's his name?
Prasad Veerasingham, and he was the past director of SEA, so Scarborough Environmental Association. And honestly, I'm also pro-environment.
Yeah.
And he is also obviously the director of SEA for so long.
What SEA is?
So Scarborough Environmental Association, check them out. They have a wonderful program. I support them 100%. One thing I want to do is organizations like these is something when if I get the council seat, I want to bring these communities together. Because right now these associations are disconnected, but I want to make sure that these guys have like a rope in between each other so they know what to do. Programs that enforce collaboration. But these communities don't stay in their little bubbles. I feel like these bubbles need to pop. Or either be replaced by a bigger bubble. Because if you want a community to actually be successful, you need to have these structures in place. And it takes time, but I want to be the person who pushes them.
I'll send you know my photo, you'll see the Scarborough greetings of party and in the description I've listed all the that are there. It's good to reach out to them. Like some of them are just not.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
They'll know who you are, and you know, if you're in there, they're in the face, and you want to be part of it. Do something and be a lead.
I'm actually remember the deep the data center. One thing the lady introduced me to for Scarborough Zero Waste. Scarborough Zero Waste.
Oh, Caroline.
Caroline, yeah. We're actually gonna be.
I gotta get into they organize it, yeah.
Yeah, we're actually having a conversation going. We're going to meet with them soon, so I'm excited about that because as someone like I said, I'm pro-environment as well.
She's an amazing lady.
Yeah, I'm
She met
excited.
my mom twice before she passed away. And thank you, yeah. She came to the visitation for the funeral.
Sweet.
Yeah, she said I met your mom twice. I just want to come over respect. Like, that's how I got to know her. Yeah. And then we talked back and forth, and yeah, I was wondering about her. That was colors of her hair, different colors of hair. Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah, it's so neat.
My hair is red. No one can see that, but my hair is
She's
red.
also been a community advocate for many, many years, and nobody ever heard of her until she started the Zero thing with her partner. Yeah, she's amazing to get a hold of that. She's got a lot of connections as well.
That's great. Yeah. It's not. It's more like like I said, I want to build relationships that are actually like founded on trust and not just like you know personal interest.
Let's talk about the crime. Students. You talk about students.
No, young people.
No, crime. Lack of job. Young people. People are blaming the lack of jobs available for the crime that students are committing. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing I argue, it's very clear. I feel like a lot of the increase in crime is at the root of it is just desperation. Desperation of the lack of opportunities.
Yeah.
It's actually like I'm coining desperation, guys. Anyways, I feel like desperation is the root of a lot of issues. For example, missing youth. The reason why kids go missing, desperation.
Oh, you want to expand your story? What happened?
Well, the thing is, what happens now in Ontario and a lot of
No, I mean your brother.
yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
telling
oh, sorry.
in context to that, is a lot of young people get into like shadier sides of well, they get manipulated into less social ways of
In
making
case you
profit.
wonder, we're not highlighting you, just the headlights over here.
I think it's lovely. It's really brightening this
Yeah, it's
atmosphere
funny just
here.
you're looking at the
Yes.
camera like that. We don't have camera light on you. So, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So I don't know if anybody knows. My brother, he went missing
For how long?
twice. He went missing. First time was a week. The second time, 9 months.
9 months?
9 to like 11, 10 months. It's like, yeah, I think collectively he was missing for a whole year. And the thing is that young men like him, like 16, young men, he wants to make decisions, adult decisions, he's going to be considered a
Oh, so you left on his own accord? You left on his own accord?
But the reason is, yes, he did, but it's because young people like him get manipulated and impressioned by the wrong people.
Yeah.
With the exchange of, oh, you'll make more money this way.
Okay, the quick bucks and all that?
Yes, the quick buck. And essentially, a lot of these kids have been manipulated because the criminal justice system is not favored, or it's like a leeway. These older individuals will manipulate these young people to commit crimes that they don't want to do because they know if they get caught, they will get a higher sentence. But these young people, they will most likely be, left out with a pat on their back and be like, don't do this again. Which I feel like I have my own perspective on that. But my younger brother, he went missing in a similar circumstance of this. And what happened is that he disappeared and the city couldn't find him and it was terrible. But then I think 9 months later, the RCMP called me and they told him they found him in Fort McMurray. Not Fort McMurray, Fort Smith.
Go ahead.
In North Territories.
What was he doing up there? He just happened to live there or what? Just,
So what happens is that these young children get human trafficked
it's like
with
that,
the exchange
yeah.
of, making money, and basically these kids are trafficked up north and trafficked different places in Saskatchewan, like we had with Josiah, may he rest in peace, and they get trafficked to like manufacture drugs, sell drugs, and do all this stuff. It just happens. I'm just gonna say the word. I know people would prefer saying the more politically correct word, substances, but listen, at the end of the day, they're causing harm, and these kids get into this, and when they want to leave, sometimes unfortunately they'll end up a circumstance like Josiah did. Because if you know Josiah's story, his body was found in Saskatchewan, and how did he get up there? He was raised in Ontario. How? No one knows. And the core issue is that human trafficking and these kids get manipulated. And I think out of all the families, I'm grateful to be in a circumstance that RCMP was able to find him. But it's also like, not everybody's that lucky. I've seen my mom break down. I've seen my parents look. Yeah, I have never seen my mom like that. She fully, like, she wasn't there. Like, I had to stand up with my younger sister who was 17 at the time. We had to be parents. And even though I helped with parenting, I had to be a parent. And it's very difficult because I couldn't tell my mom no. She has feelings. She carried that child for her 9 months. That's something of a personal thing that not a lot of people relate to. Of course, I can't relate to it, but I have raised my younger siblings with my own. And I understand. But fortunately enough, he was able to come back, and there's systems in place and programming. But that's their domain anymore. That's not my.
How's he doing now, your brother? He's back with you?
No, unfortunately, a lot of children come back traumatized, and because of that, they can make different decisions. Because of that, I'm disconnected with them. Personal circumstance for my own personal safety. But I'm glad he's home. My main thing was that he's home in front of my mom, my dad, so my parents feel like it's okay, and they're working their way because it's time for them to figure out how it works. But the thing is that it shouldn't have come to this level. It should have I feel like systems need to be put in place for these young individuals, especially young men, young impressionable men, because it's such with the social media, there's so many things that are information is available in abundance that it's difficult to distinguish, and we need to make sure that our young children or young men are able to distinguish between hateful understanding and good means of good decisions in the past. And the municipality can work their way in solving this issue. It requires somebody to actually take initiative.
Question for you, talk about human trafficking. Is there, we have presentations in schools, high schools,
Yeah. Your presentations.
Is there a presentation on human trafficking?
No. Oh my God, you're so right about that, because I feel like human trafficking is.
You have professionals, even people experienced, they may want, just say somebody like your brother, or maybe you're one day in the future, say, I was part of human trafficking, I thought it was me.
I feel like no.
That kind of presentation, like teaching in high school,
I feel like there needs to be programming. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. This is how I'm having a conversation between you and I.
Yeah,
and now I heard about
human trafficking,
education is a component, not like let's say so educational material is something that the municipality can control.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to impeach provincial
But that's just like
jurisdiction.
that.
But
Human
yes.
trafficking, a lecture.
We can
Every
have
school has it.
No, they don't. And that's something that I want to. Of course, I can't change a curriculum, but what I can do.
Kids are aware of it. Say kids, young teenagers, they're aware, and they can, they all say grooming.
No one.
You're the example of what to look for, what to see, how you approach, and all this.
Yes.
And when they're aware of it, I'm guaranteed that will reduce the amount.
100%. And I feel like I
I'm
can.
surprised it hasn't been done. Seriously, I haven't talked about that.
Now we talk about that. That's something that I'm gonna put in my platform.
I think it's great.
Because I feel like we can't change the curriculum, but we can put in programs to teach young people. Because I feel like a lot of these kids don't know. Because my brother, whenever I did have a conversation with him, he's still really dead set on how.
There's another one, sorry, parent groups, where parents say your parents, not the only ones go through this, other parents go through this,
Yeah.
they come together like a group, like a support group. Is there any traffic support group?
No, unfortunately not. I feel like it's a very niche thing, and because no one wants to touch on it, because it's too it touches on so many things. Because human trafficking, from human trafficking children, human trafficking in women, human trafficking in general.
Well, sometimes the other is not my backyard.
Yeah.
They know
Yeah.
You hear that term all the time, right?
Mm-hmm. Some people just don't want to touch it because it's too broad. Like, oh, if we touch on this, then we're going to start touching this. But I feel like, as a candidate, I want to make sure that people understand that this happens. You may be walking outside, and then who knows, an 11-year-old in their backyard might be taken away.
Exactly.
And you'll never see them again.
Years ago in Walmart, they say that incident where a woman with their baby, little baby, boy, he went missing in Walmart. He was screaming and shut the whole Walmart down. So they went to the whole, they moved everybody that come to the door, security, and the woman came out, came out of the bathroom, turned the little boy into a girl, and John got away with it. It was that fast. Right? Just like that. And that happened that fast.
Yeah, but that's only successful if you have a community.
Exactly.
For example, like, if we had like a strong community, like we don't have a complete community. If we had a complete community, any child that disappeared in our area, we would be able to get out there and be like, oh, we know this child, this kid's dallying, oh, you're known to be missing, you need to go back home. People need to like, it's just like, the solution for all this is just being connected.
You ever heard a thing called Neighborhood Watch?
Yeah, I've seen that. There is a neighborhood watch because I know it's a really
we
popular.
Talk about, whenever we type this a big thing, yeah. You can go to somebody, like you see that sign there now. We haven't been discussed in years.
Yeah, so in cities, I've actually noticed the first year in my city, it's called community surveillance.
Yeah.
And that's something that we are going to be talking in our policies a little bit, but it's through different programming. Like increasing transit will increase community surveillance. Because what I learned is that there's communities that used to be in abundance where, let's say, grandparents and seniors would stand and sit outside, read a book, and they'd be watching the kids play. Not their kids, you're just watching the kids play, making sure things are. And if somebody would come up to them, they would stand up because that child is part of their community. And that's something I want to bring back.
Also, in Canada, I worked in the door shop many years ago when I was younger. And I was working the night shifts at the door shop. This little kid came in, like, smart, cute kid. He said he'd run away from his buddy playing his house and he didn't want to stay there. He sat at the door. I was working the night shift. He worked the whole night. I worked the whole night. He was watching me and gave me donut and coffee, or not coffee, a drink. And then he told me the whole story. He wasn't there because his buddy was treating him bad. He was there because his father was trying to make advances of him. And he ran away, but he didn't tell his parents because they're the parents' friends. And he came to the donut shop because the sub light on. And I said, you know what? We have the neighborhood watch. How do we do it? Put it in like say the Dorsals had the sign there. And if the kids feel not safe, you have to take the door.
Yeah.
Just an example like that.
Yeah, because what we're trying to actually, a lot of the policies that I feel like people will read into, I'm talking about policy, sorry. That's what we have at the moment. Because basically bringing old programming and old policies back into practice because these programs used to work. They used to work back in your day. They should work.
She aged me just now in the interview.
Hey,
you're buying beer right now.
The programming used to work back then. It can work again. We just need to bring it back. Because I know in York region they still have community watches.
Do you remember participation? This is before your time now. I made it myself.
Okay.
I can ask the audience members there back there.
Oh, I love to learn. You know that.
Yeah. Participation was a natural health thing. It was a couple. It was a mixed couple.
Okay.
First time we Canadian couple, and I think he was black and she was white. I don't know what the
Interracial.
Yeah. And they had the kids on, and commercials every day, and this music, and Callan, lady thing. But they were well known. And people asked them the other day, like, how do you think those guys know? I used to love that. Why I grew up, participate, the parent, take the kids out, there's all these commercials, and something like that, you know, like music-wise.
Yeah.
You know? It's even like culture-wise, we can bring cultures together too.
Don't worry. I'm an artist. I love art, and I'm against AI art. I don't want to say that. All the graphics I made for my campaign, I draw myself.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and I feel like we have so many artists in Scarborough. I want to actually bring in the recognition for them. There's musicians, there's artists. In fact, it's like there's like 2 individuals that consistently in front of the FTC bus stop. This old uncle, old grandfather, who always bids me good night whenever I come off my shift, and he's just like, he always bids me adieu with his head tip. And I appreciate him. I want musicians to come out. I want them to be respected. I want artists to come back. Because life's become so dull. And we need color. We need color. Because
look at our culture. Your culture, my upper mid, you're more here, right?
Yeah, I'm born Canadian.
You know, your culture, like colors you wear. Well, it's not color right now, but I've seen other colors, and And what do you watch the Olympics when they come out when they come to wear the ceremonial costumes or the ribbons, each country with the ribbons, and you're like, wow, how do they wear that country? It's amazing. Especially Africa, like a lot of African countries. Yeah, it's
I
amazing.
love, because like we have a huge Caribbean community, we have like a Tamil community here. I love the colors. For me, I wear traditional clothing whenever I can.
Yeah.
We're going to a regular party, people will see me in a full dress lehenga, I'll be like, guys, and they're like, are you overdressed? I'm like, you're never overdressed. This is my culture, and I want to make sure that people see that I'm part of the community. And it's just how it is. I want to bring these individuals back. I want to show people, young people, to know that their culture is respected. When I was younger, unfortunately, of course, like, when you're different,
Are you gonna age me again?
no, when you are different,
No, but you know it's true. I was
Yeah.
talking the last interview in the debate with the candidate when I came to CCC with mom and dad.
yeah,
There was no this. You never said any this. There was no Indian restaurants, no Pakistani restaurants, no Bangladesh, nothing. You couldn't buy a slice anywhere. You had to go down to Chinatown. My mom would tell us, right?
we're fortunate enough to have
And look
this
what we have now. Look at
infrastructure.
this generation we have now.
Yeah.
You can go downtown. You can have you can have lunch, dinner. 5 different countries, right?
Yeah.
And where do you get that in the world? Canada, Toronto.
And when
And there's
the,
nothing but in Toronto. Like Quebec is banned what you're wearing.
yeah,
It's another thing too, right?
Yeah.
Where in Toronto can you do that? Where in the world can you work behind a counter, wearing what you believe in,
yeah,
representing not your culture only, but also doing customer service?
it's like, I
We've come a
feel,
long way. We have
but
really.
we have come a long
We
way,
still
and
can
I
go
feel like
further. Yeah.
Scarborough has the infrastructure to be such an amazing place, and it is an amazing place. You'll meet somebody on the side of the road that has like such an amazing background. Like, one day I was walking home, right, and I had got off my stop, and there was like an older lady who wanted to get towards Eglinton, but the bus stop 57. She took the bus off at Romulus, and she was like, "Oh, actually no, I think we were waiting at Romulus, and the bus never came." And it was heat wave season, and she had no I held her bag, and I'm like, I'll walk you there, because I was supposed to get off like that area, but I was like, I'll walk you. I walk her all the way near to Eglinton, and she tells me how she was a CBC reporter.
Really?
Her
Wow.
kids are in America, but also like in England, and she goes to the UK to visit them. Her grandchildren, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is just a random
This is
person
one of the
I
stories of
met.
Scarborough.
Yeah.
This is what makes Scarborough so unique.
Yeah,
Scarborough got voted out of all the awards, the most national awards.
it's amazing, and the amount of stories.
Yeah.
Stories teach so much, and honestly, I want to make sure we push that story forward rather than keeping it small. Scarborough's never meant to be small.
No, it's pretty.
Scarborough literally starts with an S. We're supposed to be this
Get the building the Ontario line with 15 stops in one little area. That little area becomes Scarborough. It's so ridiculous.
Scarborough is so unique, and we want to make sure people hear us.
Yeah.
We don't only want the main thing that I've heard from people is we're only heard about during tax
Do we
season.
have a Scarborough music festival?
I don't, not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge.
You're representing the culture, the music.
I know there's different regional festivals. We
Yeah.
have the Tamil festival. We also have.
But like a mixed concert where we had Scarborough.
No, but that's something.
International
But these
concert.
are things that I want to bring in, right? Because I've learned a lot about my identity. I am technically Pakistani Canadian, but genetically I'm more Sri Lankan, and it's the most oddest number. It's like the numbers. I'm 36% Sri Lankan, and Indian Pakistan comes up after that, and I'm
But
just
she
like.
talks Canadian, I'll tell you that.
Yes, I'm Canadian, guys. We got 2 twos. I don't know.
Let's get into seniors.
Oh, okay. That's, I
Am I
love.
going through your campaign enough or what?
Oh, you are. It's
know you.
amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Because as a young person, talking to seniors, people a lot of in the beginning, I got this stigma, oh, who's this young child
Yeah.
talking to me? This kid doesn't know what they know. This kid doesn't know anything. And then I'll be like, that's exactly. These seniors and young people are disconnected. And it's not that one disrespects the other. That's the thing. Young people are like, oh, seniors don't respect us. The thing where we don't know what we're talking about. No. I want to increase the amount of programming and communication between these 2 groups so they understand that we're not disrespecting one another.
Yes.
We're trying to learn from you.
Yes.
And we're trying, and the same thing, seniors want to teach. And I want to increase programming that helps that. You connect with young people, like you said, neighborhood watch, right? Imagine a community garden on your front lawn. Where young
It's
people,
banned, you know that? That's ridiculous.
we can work on that. Listen, that's what the counselor's duty is.
This is my biggest peeve of food security. In Montreal, when I lived in or close to there, they had people grow vegetables in the backyard, and on weekends, that's what neighbors do on the website. You go buy, you get a brown bag, you buy their vegetables on the front, or crafts, or whatever, even clothes.
But if we can't do that, I want to increase community
They
gardens.
banned it over here, unfortunately. Another thing is they would associate with restaurants, local restaurants. So like a local restaurant, this one say I need some corn or tomatoes. They go to the website, list it, okay, that's available. They go donate, and the money goes back to me, and the government gets it. And we just had that for years. I loved it. We used to call the brag, but we call brown bag on a weekend. Right? We don't have, we had Spanish here. So they want our chickens in the backyard.
Okay, that's chickens. Chickens cause a lot of mess.
Yeah, I remember that kind.
I actually raised chickens as a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah,
so you know, right?
yeah, we had like they were like we called them choose it.
So you need anybody's chicken babysitting, she'll do it for you.
I was like around
The audience
like
laughed back there.
I was 11 and my uncle came home with bought like a little cage of chickens and they were like pink, orange, yellow colored chickens.
Yeah.
And then one day like they
So
said
you're
that,
saying it can't be in the neighborhood? In the
oh no,
backyard,
it wasn't in
backyard.
Canada. It wasn't in
Oh,
Canada.
okay, like that. Okay, like
this
that.
is me in Pakistan.
Oh,
I raised it. We called them choose it. They're like and then it's like very cute. And what happened is that because my grandfather didn't like how noisy they were one day, because they got big, they were like this big running around like the corridors, and then he was like, I don't want them, and so my uncle sent them to a farm,
Oh.
and then
I thought you were saying they ate them.
oh no, let me get to the story. Let me get to the story. So one day, the last chicken that was left comes home. He's like this big, like cock, right? And what happens is that my grandfather got so fed up with him that when we came back from school and he picked us up, we found him in a bag. Yeah. Yeah. Was he tasty?
Oh yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
food.
Well, it's cooking back in our country. We cook,
It
yeah.
is how it is.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we go hunting in 3 months.
Like I
Yeah,
raised,
yeah.
because we have like Eid, right? I raised goats,
Oh, you're
and
good.
my
Do
cousins.
you get goat milk?
No,
Oh.
no, we only got male. Because like there's a chance of pregnancy for the female, so just in case.
Okay.
Yeah. But I raised goats, like, and then we got cow as well. We call them laddu.
So we should call you Taiba Farmer.
I feel like these are
Speaking of song of the old McDonald's song.
I am not really like animals. I don't really love them, but I don't hate them. Like I feel like I have like a little phobia some
Wait, song.
aspects. Because I was dragged one time. I was walking the goat.
Right.
I was walking the goat, right?
This is
And
back in
then
Pakistan, right?
this is back in
Okay,
Pakistan, Pakistan, right? I was walking the goat, and then suddenly it started running, and it dragged me by its leash, and I was like, the goat's bigger than me.
Yeah.
Like I remember it dragged me across the whole street, and I was just like, I finally got out of it because my cousins were running behind me. They're like, "Oh my God, you're getting straight." Yeah, but it was like these are the experiences that I've had, but they're also experiences that a lot of older individuals have had before coming here, and that's why I want to say I relate. Because even though I am Canadian, I was raised Canadian, I have these experiences and I understand where you're coming from. And I want to bring that into like leadership. I want to listen, because one thing, like you study my campaign, I want to listen before making decisions. I want to communicate. I want to build a relationship with you. Because anything that changes happens together. It doesn't happen with one
I like
unilateral
how
decision.
I've seen it different events right now, like where you put your name in.
Yeah.
I like that's the participation, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the like Amber Murray, like I don't know if you met her yet.
Yeah, I've heard of Amber Morley.
She goes to every event.
Yeah.
And people like that.
I want to do that one day. If
Every
I
like even like event that's not
Yeah.
like, every time I see her, I give her a hug. Like, what are you doing here? It's like a small event. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
My community. She said that's my community. I gotta be here.
yeah, that's one thing I want to do. If I get elected, I want to make sure I make it to almost every single like event that's happening in the community because it's important.
And not just certain photo ops. Like,
No,
just
I
participating.
want to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy myself.
I would say the best part is not just the photo, it's just setting up and taking it down.
Yeah.
Because I asked somebody in the comments, like, when we're going to mayor, I say, here's my question for you. You're going to every photo op right now, setting your stuff, and you're having kumbaya notes and all that, like, I don't want to say who, but
Yeah.
my question is, you go there for the photo ops, what do you do after? Are you there the day after, or take it down? That's a good question. Next subject I want to talk about is grocery stores.
You mentioned that.
Yeah.
You've seen that. You've seen our support for local grocers.
Yeah.
That's something we're actually still working on, but we're working on a lot of things. Research takes time.
It does.
Good research takes time, and we've been doing it for the last 7
So what are you
months.
saying, like a local grocery store will take the competition from the other ones, the bigger ones?
So what we have noticed is that the increase of grocery grocery prices are usually caused by large grocery chains. And what we're trying to do is take away that by increasing small grocers' abilities to actually be like a lot more affordable and combat against these prices so people rely on it more. I grew up eating South Asian food, and not everything is available in regular grocery stores. In fact, like there'll be like I eat hand slaughter, so there'll be minna chicken in some grocery stores, but not all. So what can I do? I would have to go to a
Hand
local
slaughter
butcher.
not used by machine, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
So I eat hand slaughtered, so minna is hand slaughtered. And if I don't find minna, I would have to go to a local butcher. How are you gonna do that? If the local, like, are you gonna pay, but the thing is, apparently minna would be cheaper than a local grocery, right? Which is the thing. It shouldn't be the thing. If it's local, it should be affordable, and the only way to make it affordable is to make sure that the store owners have a way to solve their affordability issues. Like I've been going door to door, basically talking to restaurants, and be like, I want to hear what your issues are. Is it commercial rent prices? Is it a lack of customers? Is it marketing? I want to know what you're going through so I can make my platform representative. It's a huge concern because anybody can build a platform. But what matters and distinguishes between a platform, just like from a good platform, is it representative? That's what I want to do. I want to build a good platform that represents not only voters, but just residents.
I'll give you a good example of local, Danforth.
Yeah.
Between Victoria Park and State Softball.
Yeah, oh, well, that's far.
Yeah. So there's all these little local grocery stores. Like,
Yeah.
Mom and Pop and help with the firm. But they're all, a lot of agents own them, but they're all, they'll go on Danforth on Wheatfield, and the vegetables come out, the produce. So they need to step 45% of local groceries, of local grocery stores, people don't shop anywhere else, they just go there, it's convenient for them, it's right there. And they've been there for years. And they got a clientele, they know everybody in the streets. And this is another thing, they know everybody, and they have to come back talk to them. When people go missing, they're concerned about that senior, why she's not coming every day to get her fruit, why he's not here. And that's who we are. And that's what we need to be.
We're
No,
gonna
Walmart.
we
I got nothing
have
against
SD
grocery.
importers.
Yeah.
We have SD importers right here. They're so
But look
near.
at this strip. This strip
Yeah,
here.
it's beautiful. I love it. It's like
There's a grocery,
it's always
I come in the morning,
budget.
after this place is always full, I come
Yeah.
early in the morning, there's the grocery store, grocery here, I come and buy spices and
Yeah.
buy, pickle, there's a bunch here. Yeah, it's this whole strip.
I love it. It's like I feel like in my platform I include that I want to increase support for local grocers, and that's something I intend to do. Not only because it will increase people's like acknowledgement, understanding of the diversity of food culture. The food culture is a huge deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here like I didn't know Jollof existed.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I didn't know until like I properly got really ingrained in Scarborough culture. And now Jollof, I love Jollof so much that I thought like, oh, one day I'm probably gonna marry a Nigerian man.
Oh, yeah?
So his mom can teach me how to make good Jollof.
Yeah.
Yes. That was like at some point that was just my obsession. I was like, I want to marry someone who can teach me how to make
But you
Jollof.
can't base a marriage on good cooking alone.
I love food.
No.
Listen, like sometimes food is all you need. Like, and that's the thing. Like how people are unhappy because they can't afford food.
Talk about that.
Yeah, it's food. Like, Scarborough is the biggest food in the world. And we're working on how to solve that with proper policies that actually
We've
work.
got so many overused food things, garbage.
The line, I was going to the bank one day, and it was the RBC actually, and the line to the food bank and the church and for the RBC, all the way to the edge of the parking lot. It was devastating. I'm like, what is this? It shouldn't be
one
like
for
this.
tickets?
It's insane.
Looks like, yeah, like when they
I'm like, this is insane. What is wrong with us? It's just, we need to actually acknowledge the issues and work towards solving them rather than only focusing on self-interested goals like development, which I understand is important. But I believe in strategic development and safe development with conversations rather than making them without any people else in there, right? We want to talk to the community. If you want to high rise in your parking lot, talk to the people first.
Is that your phone?
End it.
Your phone? Is that you?
No, that's a friend.
Oh, a friend calling at this time? Yeah, that's good. It's good to know. So, what do you like doing for your hobbies yourself, besides canvassing and
Oh, that's not my hobby.
looking for a Nigerian man to cook? She's not. I'm just kidding. What do you like doing for hobbies?
Like I mentioned, I'm an artist.
Yeah, I'm an artist too. Yeah, yeah. I
Oh
love
my
it.
god.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, twins!
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I focus in.
What kind of art do you do?
So it'll be physical. I like painting, not as much. I do embroidery.
Oh, nice.
I tried whittling, did not work out. The amount of cuts I got. No, it's not meant for me. Whittling is not meant for me. I like to fashion design.
Oh, nice.
I have fashion design for 2 of my school fashion shows.
Oh, yeah?
And honestly, it's always been a wonderful
Did
experience.
you win an award there?
Oh no.
You know what award? Nothing.
No, you can't be playing this card with me.
No, you're recognized. Yeah, I know. I've seen some of your stuff.
You've seen my stuff, but
I've seen your
recognized
stuff.
with photographers.
Yeah.
But I haven't been awarded, and I respect my biggest. The feeling of acknowledgement really has, like, I feel like I've just been acknowledged when working with models, working with people, working with makeup artists, working with other individuals. That's when I feel like I'm acknowledged, not because I've been given an award. Given an award, like, because I grew up in Pakistan, I grew up, like, I went to private school, I was fortunate enough to go to private school. I understand trophies and all that. There's such a big deal of competition that I feel like, yeah, but I feel like this desire of getting a medal, for me, it doesn't really cause that feeling of acknowledgement. I feel like I've been acknowledged when people actually, work with me, talk to me, and be like, I think we could do this. For example, even my own campaign manager, Ziad, thank you.
Right over there.
Yeah, he's right over there.
He called me because his name was Zainab. I said, who's calling me this guy? I don't recognize this guy. I'm kidding. It's too hard.
The thing is,
he's laughing over there.
My biggest I feel so proud and so happy to be working with individuals like Ziad who are like-minded.
Can I ask how you met?
A club at school.
What club? What's that?
A Minecraft club.
What?
Minecraft.
Like Minecraft? Oh, you mean Minecraft? Not like crap.
Like Minecraft, a video game. We met through a Minecraft.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I know, that's your hobby.
I play video games, yes.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah, my favorite game is Assassin's
How come you
Creed.
mentioned what type of your hobbies are? You didn't mention Minecraft.
Oh, that was going to be on the list.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're
Are you good? Is she better than you, Zai? Is she better in Minecraft than you?
No, I think Ziad would be better in Minecraft than me. I play a variety
You
of
won't
games.
say because he's getting paid right now by the hour.
Yeah. I play a bunch of games, creative games, FPS, so first-person shooters. I played BO6 and things like that. So,
You play with your brother and sister? Or your brother? Any of the games there?
No, because I play PC, and we don't have a console at all.
Okay.
So, no, we haven't. The most I played with my sister was Dress to Impress.
Okay. Let's talk about volunteering.
I volunteer a lot,
I know,
yes.
that's why let's talk about that in detail.
In detail?
Yes,
Oh,
I
wow,
know.
you're really trying to get into nitty-gritty.
I read your campaign. I've done my homework. Let's see if you miss anything out. Go
I
ahead.
feel like I started volunteering around, I think, 2021 is when I started volunteering the first time, and that was through co-op. Because I think COVID started 2021-ish.
Co-op what, high school?
COVID.
No, what you did co-op?
No, I did co-op,
Yeah.
but it was during COVID time.
Okay.
And since I was the only non-profit Chisholm student,
Yeah.
I was the only person who was, like, they were trying to put me in a category of non-profit. So they found the Salvation Army thrift store. But when COVID started, I couldn't.
Like Kennedy?
No. So in Richmond Hill, they have a Salvation Army thrift store. I used to live in Richmond Hill.
Elvin Mills and everything? Right
Yes,
on Young?
on Young.
Yeah, I know. I used to live
Yeah, I worked there.
I used to live right there.
Yeah, oh really?
Right down on Tradeborn Drive, right there, south of the road there.
Oh, you've been everywhere.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
I used to
twins.
take my stuff and donate right across the street.
Oh,
My
that's great,
building was
because
right
I
there.
worked there throughout, like, high school,
It's a small.
but also volunteered there.
They got rid of that small store now. They expanded it. Yeah, it's so sad. It was such a neat little store. They moved it further up on Young. It's bigger, much bigger. Yeah.
It is much bigger. That's good for them, but like for me, I feel like because I was able to connect with individuals, like all kinds of individuals who like are trying to connect with services and stuff like that at a young age, and because I was the youngest person working there, I worked with a lot of people who were older than me, and they had more of a, let's say, tutelage or like tutoring role, like an educational role on me, like, okay, you do this, they communicate. And I've seen so many people from different backgrounds that like, it just pushed me into it. My parents would be like, why are you volunteering? You can make money working a job. And I'm like, because people. I want to help people because I want to make sure that if I live life, I want to make sure I help as many people as I can. Because I feel like that's the purpose of my life. I want to make sure I give back to people as much as I can because people are what build me up. Scarborough is what built me up. The reason I'm sitting here in front of you is because I've had people tell me that you can do this. I've had people look at me and be like, you have the skills, you have the ability. And I want to make sure that I utilize it. It's how it is. You want to make sure you utilize whatever you have. I volunteered with Salvation Army. I've also volunteered with Crafting for a Cure. I actually know Pamela. She's also one of the. So Crafting for a Cure, they're a charity that people mistaken for sick kids, but we're totally different. And I've been working with them for actually quite a long time. I actually worked on their gala this year, yes, their gala this year. And essentially, it's crafted toward young children. We go to pediatric wards, we go to hospitals, and we craft for children in emergency rooms and pediatric wards. And yeah, my girls, so through my sorority that I founded at UPSC, we volunteered and helped manage their gala.
I heard the eyes light up when Kate comes to visit.
Who you been talking to?
I had a sister's a nurse. She has friends that I have friends with. I told her I've been around. I know. I do my homework.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Sickest hospital?
No.
No, not sick. Mind blank. But anyways, I heard about it. I've heard. I felt it.
Okay.
They said that the kids light up when they see you coming because you didn't go to school once, right?
Huh?
You didn't go to school once.
I went
You went quite a
twice.
few times.
I think I went twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like that experience has taught me to be patient.
I get a lot of emails from all what's going on.
Crafting for Cure.
No, just people in general, but emails with candidates and
Yeah.
people things about you. That's how I got fucked up, right? So here's something I got from an email. I never mentioned the name, it's private.
Yeah.
But one of the emails from a Muslim woman, and she said, my daughter looks up to you. That you are allowed to present yourself as a young woman, to wear what you wear, you called her identity, and she wears the same thing, but she feels embarrassed going to school. But after seeing what you do, she's very proud and she's very quirky now about it. And she tells me she's got the Taiba attitude. Yeah, I work together with you. Yeah.
That's
See what I
great.
mean? What you're doing?
Well, that's something I want to do.
Inspirational without even knowing it, right?
Yeah, I just want to try to make. I'm a big deal about like having a sandbox for people to be. I want young people to have a sandbox so this community can be their sandbox. So they're able to be confident enough to be their true self without actually feeling restricted. Because right now it's not feeling restricted because of like small issues about like, oh, I can't go to the park, I can't go to where I want. It's more like feel confident enough to step outside and get scraped in the dirt, but still get up again. Because you have people standing behind you, and that's what matters. And volunteering is my way of giving back to the community. I love volunteering. It makes me. It's a lot of work. I remember I pulled sweats. I'm sweating buckets, but I'm like, we gotta do this because we gotta show people that we care, and we do. We want to make sure because this community is what builds us up. And I want to make sure I give back to them because these kids, right, going to the hospital and volunteering, these kids right now, they might be sick, but who knows, one day, things go well, they'll be able to stand on their own 2 feet and do the exact same thing I'm doing. I want to make sure they feel and remember that these little things are what kids remember. I feel like the youngest thing I remember was like one day, trying to buy ice cream at No Frills, and I was a dime short, and this lady behind me, she gave me a dime, and I don't remember how she looked, but I remember the fact that she paid a dime for me so I could get my ice cream. And it's amazing, these little actions that change somebody's personality from a young age, and it just happens. And I want a community where that happens often. And that is the truth.
So my next I asked after all my interviews questions about volunteer. So you a lot of volunteer. Do you remember the first time after you've been volunteering for quite a bit, somebody came up to you, could be a girl or boy, and said, "Listen, Caitlin, thank you for helping me. You inspired me. I've done this because of you." You remember the first time somebody came up and said, "Thank you so much for your help. Thank you for being there for me." Throwing you right on the right there. You remember the first time? Don't get emotional.
No, I don't know. Oh my god. The thing is, I talk to a lot of people, and I feel bad sometimes when I
what's
can't.
the most recent thing you remember somebody got me and said, thank you. Well, little girls, I told you the story of the little girl. Just like that, nonchalant. You remember somebody coming to you and telling you that? Telling you just,
I think unfortunately I don't, but I really appreciate that.
Yeah, just being there for you, just, words of encouragement or being there, just No, it's only no, it's a question about you to figure it out. No, go answer that.
I was gonna question, I'm gonna sleep tonight, and I'm just gonna not sleep because I can't remember it.
Yeah, remember doing your next video, just remember to put in your next video, like, you know, I'm sure, you know, what you told me, what I heard about you, you know.
I'm hearing a lot of things, Will.
Huh?
I'm hearing a lot of things.
I know, I do my homework, I sure.
That's great.
Oh, yeah. So, my next question is, get ready, come to the end here, as a point, is, somebody comes up to you and say, Taiba, I wanna get into politics, I wanna do this, what would you give me advice? How would you-
Breathe.
Breathe, yeah.
First, breathe.
Yeah.
Getting into politics, it's something that opens yourself to a lot of stigma as well.
Yeah.
It,
In what way?
a bunch of things. I've had, like, I was door knocking one day and somebody told me that unfortunately they don't want my bullshit because I'm Muslim, right? And I was like, all I did was smile because in my head I'm like, this person's probably having a bad day. This person's probably going through so many things. There's a reason why I'm feeling this way. And honestly, it's hurtful. But sometimes you just need to not take it personal and move on. Because one person said no, one person closed the door at you, doesn't mean the second person won't. Like, what you're saying. Like, it is more like, stand up, know who you are. Because at the end of the day, sometimes people and candidates will forget who they are. Because they're doing so much work for so many people, they think the only way to be a good candidate or be the winning candidate is be what everybody wants. You gotta be yourself. If people want to trust you, you gotta be, like, you gotta be true to yourself.
As you're a faithful person yourself as well.
Pardon?
You're a faithful person yourself, worshiping yourself and all the
Yeah, there's sometimes that the first day of nomination was actually my birthday.
Was it?
Yes.
How was your birthday?
May 1st.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. And actually, I am
I'm
so.
just saying, son, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The thing is, on May 1st, I was so glad that I actually had a small birthday party with my friends.
Yeah.
And when I opened my birthday cards, almost every single one of them is that you're an inspiration. And you want me to do better. You make me
You
feel.
want to share that on the internet? Like, take a
One day,
picture?
and they're just like letters and everything, and they're just
And
like.
letters too?
Yeah, there was like letters. Like, we were just opening because what we do at the end of the party, right, is open presents and open cards, and it was honestly the sweetest thing. And when I was
And you
like
have part of
second,
all the letters in it?
yeah,
Wow,
and
nice.
on May 1st, I was kind of hesitant because I was like, oh my god, it's gonna start now. I'm like, right? And I wasn't second guessing myself, or just more work.
Yeah.
But then after that night, I realized I need to do it. It's time, and I can't second guess myself because.
There's nothing wrong with remorse. Everybody has it.
Yeah.
Why
And
we're doing
it
this,
just,
am I wasting time or whatever and all that, you know?
no, people have told me
And then you
like.
get more people disagree with the way you look and the way you dress yourself, but you can't, you do. I told you in my video blog, you see, you will get attacked, you will get frustrated by people prejudicing the old school, like what's going on in mass media, like because of that, you know?
I feel like local politics need to be local, and
Yeah.
that's just the way. If you want to be a proper representative, you need to make sure that you actually know what's happening locally rather than focusing on international. Which I understand is important for locals to understand their local constituents and like residents.
didn't start.
But you need to be willing to understand that
You
the
start.
priority should be local issues.
We were given.
That's how it is.
So I remember you said, you're very grateful to people that inspired you.
Yeah.
So we do.
Want to mention the names?
They were like my friends,
I think
of
we
course.
should have
So some of my high school friends, and others were my sorority girls. I mentioned those are my girls, but like basically, because Scarborough, these aren't like mandated close schools, but I created it because I felt like there wasn't a space for young women to grow and feel supported in their own ability to do things. Like I believe, like we have a saying, the essence de la guerra es destinada a es, because be the star you're destined to be. Is because we believe that we're not going to
Put
give.
that on your platform. Translation, what that said. That's amazing. Say it again.
It's
Say it
my
again.
sorority
Can you say it
slogan.
again?
It's esto stella que destinata es. Right? It's be the star you're destined to be.
Yeah.
Because we believe that you have the skills to be a leader.
That's right.
You just need a place to like develop those skills, and that's what we
Sometimes we
do.
don't have outlets to get that, but you providing that.
Yeah,
This.
and that's the thing. I built a sorority, and I'm not gonna like when I graduate, it's gonna go to another girl, and she's gonna create that support system, and it's go on and again. It's just like a support system with young women, supporting young women. That's what it is. And I want to bring that model into a community.
So we mentioned Mr. Campaign Manager. He's feeding his face over there. I'm just kidding. There's also a young lady over here. We want to mention her. She's been very patient in there. Yeah.
That's my friend Sophia.
Yeah,
She's helping us with the campaign as
Yeah.
well.
And she's a PR lady, right? She's a PR person.
Yeah, she's public relations.
She's very quiet.
She's She's observing. She's probably hungry too.
Yeah, hungry too. Yeah, I know the food. I mean, you can't smell this camera, but the foods.
It's amazing. I love the aroma.
And our guests that came to visit us to speak and do a Q&A, they're eating. I said they're gonna wait for us, but they're teasing for whatever. And they finished their food. Cool.
No, we had just have
Okay, so we're gonna finish this off, and
Yeah.
they have a question to ask.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so we'll do the finish off. Don't press stop yet, but look at the camera and tell people why you should be the next councillor, why people should vote for you.
My name's Taiba Ahmed, and I think I should be the next counselor because it's not as simple as saying that I care. It's saying that I understand solutions. And I will bring those solutions if I get voted in, and that's my commitment to you. Thank you. Vote for Taiba. And check my website at taibafor21.ca.
So we had guests came here for two guests here for
Okay,
Q&A.
yes.
So what happens is these are friends of mine. I was at McDonald's this morning, and then one of the new candidates there. I said, this is Taiba. I looked up on your website, probably Google, and they said, okay. I said we're having a Q&A after the interview, so they wanted to come down and they have community concerns. They've been in the community, and they have a question to ask you. If you want to ask a question now,
Yeah.
We sat here and we listened to you. You answered most of our questions. You have answered most of
Oh,
our
that's great.
questions. I know, but I have my concern in our community is safety.
Yes.
Yes, great concern recently in our community.
Yeah.
So I want to know how are you going to work
Yeah.
solve these issues?
Repeat the question for the microphone.
Oh, the question was about safety, right?
So the question the lady said was basically, safety is a growing concern for our community, but what will I be doing as a candidate and if elected as a counselor to reduce that?
It used to be a safe neighborhood, right? They say?
Yeah, the neighborhood used to be safe. I've noticed that there's an increased amount of gun crimes and other, like we have domestic violence and other issues. And that's actually one of my key platform issues is security and public safety. And the way to do that is, I feel like the root of increase of crime is desperation. So solving structural issues will help, but also fostering a relationship with the police and the young people, but also like with the community overall. For example, we mentioned how this new candidate Utesh Ganesh is like he brought police officers who were at the grill doing a barbecue. These are things that people want to see. They want to have a trustworthy relationship with police officers, and if you can trust police to do their job, people will actually have faith in them. And there's over time there'll be a trend to decline, I would say, crime overall, but it's a structural issue in a lot of aspects because the data that we're given by TPS isn't just like distinguishing between youth crime and adult crime. So they're bunched together. So we don't even know what the proportion is. And solving structural issues will possibly reduce that, but it's also like one thing I want to do is increase, let's say, community surveillance. Once we increase that, a lot of people will be least likely to do robberies and things like that because they know the community is active here. The community will be on top of that. And if we increase community surveillance, we increase community relationships in general, crime will systematically decrease. That is something that's going to take time. Change takes time. And unfortunately, in the moment we're talking about right now, the only solution I would see is possibly increasing police surveillance. Yes, that's the only solution I see right now. And I feel like that's something that has to be done. Because even in Lawrence and Midland, we had a recent shootout. And I was like, that's insane. Because this intersection, this place, houses so many young children and seniors that are at risk for any passerby or any violence, that we need to be on top of that. And right now, if you look at the most recent, like I said, increasing surveillance over time, solving structural issues will eventually lead to decreasing crime.
Will you be willing to contact the division on the neighborhood? I want to say the neighborhood.
What do you want to do?
Or the neighborhood, but the neighborhood contacting what's going on with them and just see what they can do with it. Yeah.
Repeat that, please.
Would you be willing to call the division, the police division?
Yeah.
Just the neighborhood that's growing.
I'm actually connecting with police. It's going to be for the research, but also non-confidential. But this way, reaching out to the officers
And
and
you can
telling them
mention the
whatever.
neighborhood that they live in?
Yes,
Yeah.
I will definitely. I'll be talking to one of the focus group leaders, hopefully later this week, and I'll let them know. I really appreciate it. I'll take information from you guys too. No
And just
worries.
before we cut off here, I just want to say, On August 1st, this couple will celebrate their 45th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Amazing, yeah, amazing. They look so young. She didn't want to mention it, but I'm gonna mention
Listen,
it.
when you said like 41 years, I'm like, that's my
No,
dream.
45 years.
45 years,
45 years.
that's the goal.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the end goal. Like 45 years happily, that's so hard.
That's the greatest community, the community of love, right? Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
the
much.
interview. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna pick your brain too much.
No, don't worry. I'm hungry though. Are you
I know,
hungry?
I'm starving. Yeah,
That's great. It's gonna be a wonderful time.
So thank you so much. And if you want to go, check out our platform, check out our campaign. What's your website again?
So Taiba for 21, so TAIBAFOR21.ca.
I'll
Thank
put that
you.
above the
Yes, we'll send you the information as well.
description as
Okay?
well. Thank you so
Alright,
much.
thank
Really
you. Bye.
Kalau mana tu dia